Now, our next speaker proudly calls himself a quality troll. For more than 20 years, Angel Petrov has been breaking, testing, and improving products, and today he's the Chief Quality Officer at Access Drum. He will talk about what happens when smart and beautiful interfaces forget about accessibility, and how we can bake ethics and inclusion into our design systems from the very beginning, instead of treating them as a last-minute fix. Please keep your minds open, as Angel's last year lecture was a blast, and I cannot wait to hear what's in his presentation for today.
Thank you. Thank you and hi, and time's up. We see dashboards, we heard about AI, who cares about ethics? I can go and you can have a break. No, I'm kidding. So, we are at a dawn of a new era, as Yanni said. We rely on AI to create more beautiful interfaces, more helpful interfaces. We have dark theme, vivid colors, but we still have problems. Not too good contrast, no keyboard operability. So when we presented it in the team, our colorblind QA lost. When the data analyst saw it, he has a rare glare condition, also lost. Because they perceive the colors in a specific way. Are we still in the fixed mentality? Are we just build the nice tech first, have the features, and then create a ticket, make it accessible? Or search for globalization issues? Have you done it? Do you do it in the same way? Okay, so then what's about accessibility? It becomes a compliance checklist, and the ethics becomes a damage control meeting, and we're done. Are we? What if we treated accessibility and ethics as a core feature? Not a patch, not a nice to have, but something that is built in our design system from the start. So, designer Josh Clark, has this new interesting concept called sentient design. This might help. Let's see. What is the definition of sentient design? It is an intelligent interface that is aware of our context and our intent, and radically adapts to us. This is a good promise. But are we aware about diversity and different perceptions? Cognitive, sensory, motor. If we are, now we have accessibility as a feature, not as a patch. So, we have the sentient promise. The most important thing there is that the sentient design should amplify users' judgment and agency, and not replace them. It's a beautiful promise. But can it hold? Let's see what happens when our conception meets the reality.
What's the buttons?
Oh no, they installed voice recognition technology in this lift. I heard about this.
Voice recognition technology? In a lift? In Scotland? You ever tried voice recognition technology?
No.
They don't do Scottish accents.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11.
11. 11.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11.
Whose idea was this? You need to try an American accent. 11. 11.
That sounds Irish, not American.
Not, doesn't it? 11.
Where in America is that? Dublin?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?
Try an English accent, right?
11. 11.
You for the same part of England as Dick Van Dyke?
Listen, yours then, smart ass.
Please speak slowly and clearly.
Smart ass.
11.
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?
11. If you don't understand the lingo, away back home to your own country.
Ooh, is that talk now, is it? Away back to your own country?
Oh, don't start, Mr. Bleeding Heart. How can you be racist to a lift?
Please speak slowly and clearly.
11. 11. 11. 11.
You're just saying it the same way.
I'm going to keep saying it until I understand Scottish.
Okay, so yeah, basically what we start doing, repeating, 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 and just hoping that the smart system will finally start understand us. But no, it's not the reality. But the sentient design is accessible by definition because it is in its composition. Yeah, but as we saw, what about complexity? Where do we bury the complexity? Who takes the burden of making this work? So let's touch a little bit about the complexity paradox. It is built upon Larry Tesler, the law of conservation of complexity. What does this mean? A task always keeps its complexity. We cannot get rid of it. It's always shifted somewhere. And where we can shift it? Well, in current days, this is the struggle, this is the fight. User, designer, or user developer. If we build a complex Excel sheet for calculating, for example, budget, if the complexity is the code, the user is happy. I just push some buttons, enter some data, and I have the results. But it's a nightmare for the developer. And the sentient design says, let's shift it to the almighty AI. Let's move the burden to the AI. Let's move the complexity to the AI. And it will take care about it. But would it? Let's see what happens.
Oh, no. Jesus.
You all right?
No, I'm having a bit of a nightmare, actually.
What's the matter?
Well, I've got all the international CEOs from around the world in this room.
User?
In 10 minutes, the annual summit's supposed to take place. They've flown thousands of miles to get here, and my translator hasn't turned up. I need to find someone who can translate into 7 different languages.
Well, I can do that. Yeah, I did a TEFL in my gap year.
Welcome back to London, ladies and gentlemen. This is Helen Marsh, who'll be our interpreter today. So, without further ado, let's address section 1.1, multinational profiteering for the financial year 2005-2006. Helen.
Hurdy-gurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy-gurdy-gurdy. Gurdy. Bun.
Yeah, you get the idea. We have the AI promise. I can do it. And what's the result? It can't. So, if we have the burden on the AI, we just shift the complexity to the AI. And the user still have the original complexity, the original task, and also has a new complexity. He has to face the AI, fight with it, and hits another wall. So actually, we increase the complexity. Let me tell you a joke. I'm taking my 5-year-old to admission commission for preschool. And they ask him, how many seasons do you know? And he points out one hand and one finger. 6. And they ask, if you think again? He thinks a little bit. 6. And the principal told me, okay, we're going to contact you. In the yard, I asked my son, what was that? And he said, but Dad, I really don't know any more seasons except for Vivaldi, Haydn, Tchaikovsky, Lassier, and Glazunov. The same problem. So, what is another thing here that is increasing complexity? Drama. Can you answer it while we wait? What might even increase the complexity, except for overlaying on the AI? Yeah, of course, bias. You saw that the commission is biased, not intentionally. They expect to hear 4, because that's what the question is all about. But actually, they receive an answer that is out of their reach, out of their initial data. So we're not even increasing complexity, we're multiplying complexity using biased data. Okay, I changed the slide, but it's not there, sorry. So we have biased data, we have biased AI model, we have biased and exclusive UI. So it's not intentional, it's maybe because we lack context, we lack data, we don't know something about some users. And we miss the non-traditional thinkers, we miss the non-traditional talent. So, as we want to push further the design, the software, incorporating AI, we have to think about who do we really leave behind. If our UI is not accessible for everyone, we just have a more powerful way to automate exclusion. As we saw in the previous presentation, yeah, it is done the same as a person, but faster. And here is the ethic feature. Can we fulfill the sentient promise? We saw its intelligent interfaces, but this means that it should not be coercive. I'm giving you a new concept to think about. It's currently existing in the construction. It's called deferred system design. So if a user has set their font on a system level to be at a certain size, for example, I have increased it, the system or the design should wait and defer and say, okay, I'll not offer you again opportunity to change it directly in the software. I see you have made it, so I'm intelligent enough. I'm not forcing you to do it again. Why not we apply it in the digital design? It's possible. Then we saw it's aware, but aware doesn't mean only to have a surveillance, see what the user does, and just collect data. We said that it's intelligent interfaces that are aware of our context and our intent, but also our needs. Does the AI know what are our needs? For example, what is our context actually? Am I having some disability? Am I using some specialized software? And that is radically adaptive to us. This doesn't mean to be complex. Actually, we want the system to hold the complexity. For the past maybe 100 years, who has bared the complexity? You, the user. It's always the user. 300 menu items just to find the tree you need. And you cannot do anything about it. You just have to bear it and learn how to do it. And maybe here is the solution. A system that is really adaptive to our needs and our context. And yeah, but how? Let's give you some tips. How we can put it in practice. So you are UX designers, and some of you are UI designers. Start with your personas, reframe them, think about them. Do we need different personas? Or we just have different context for our existing personas? Do we have Sarah with a broken arm? Do we have David in a distracting loud area? Or we have people with disability that is in our context? Try to move the complexity. Ask the question, who is doing here the task? Where is the complexity? The user? In the user hands or in the system? And if the complexity is in the user hands, maybe you're doing something wrong. So go back and think about it again. And make the ethics a user story. Don't create the functionality and then have a user story make it accessible. Make the user story accessible. I'm a user who needs special software screen reader, so I want to complete the checkout process by myself and do it independently. Have it in the backlog. Scale it in your design systems. Think about your tokens. Yesterday in the workshops, we saw how it's possible, how we can think about accessibility, how we can just make it. Your components, your design patterns. Go check them, see if they're accessible. Ask, we are thinking about everybody here. And by everybody, I mean, the winter is coming. It's getting darker earlier. Am I able still to complete my task in the office with low light, and when I'm tired? So broaden the context. If you're having AI systems, agents, audit them. Use this simple checklist, ask these questions. Who is this feature for? Who's the user? Who does it exclude? Is it excluding someone? What data it was trained on? Just go and check your data. And how we will test it with real users with disabilities. And this is maybe the most important one. How many of you have executed tests or made some researches with real people with disabilities? Well, some of you, quite few. And I guess you learned a lot out of that, really? Yeah? Yes. When you see such person doing a task, you have so much insight and you just have not only a aha moment, but a wow moment, because you will see that they do the things very, very differently than our intention behind the functionality or the design. Because we didn't know that these persons exist and they're doing it in this specific way. We are not doing it intentionally, but we're excluding them. So if we want to rephrase the sentient design, maybe it's more like that a truly sentient system isn't just smart, it's wise. It's not just looking smart, it's really acting smart. It's not just adaptive, it's inclusive. It's not just adapting to my context or my intent, but it's also thinking about even more things that different users might have. And if we want to redefine what is and might be a sentient design, it might be, intelligent interfaces, of course, that feel almost self-aware. So maybe we just don't see them. They're there, but they're in the background. In responding to intent and radically adaptive to human diversity, across perception, cognition, and context. Not only the context, not only the intention, but also how we perceive the world, because we use different senses, and of course how we think about it. The cognition is not only about people having autism or such conditions. It's Friday, guys. You're maybe tired already. You've had a working week. So it's also about us. So I tried to be a little bit short because we don't have that much time. Thank you. And I have a challenge for you. Just take a picture if you'd like to. In the next month or 4 weeks before Christmas, you can try and do some of this stuff. If you don't know what Koga is, go and check it out. It's about cognitive accessibility. It's really interesting. Do you have any questions? Okay, so break. Thank you all.